Hey guys, it is Joe Nathan here, and we are taking a look at Automobilista 2 in the year 2026. I know this released towards the very end of the year, but we're going to take a look at the 2005 content package here. You have the Audi R8, the Dallara SP1, Courage C60, then in the GT1 class, the Aston DBR9, the Maserati, the Dodge Viper, the Murcielago, Corvette C5, and of course, then you have a couple of GT2 cars, the Porsche 996 GT3, and then the Milano GT36, which is definitely not a Ferrari. We're here at Watkins Glen. We're giving it a standing start just to get right into the action. Just a quick 10-minute race in the Audi R8. And away we go. We're starting towards the very back. Actually, we're starting 16th out of 16 in the class. Dive to the inside in turn one. I think damage is turned off, so not worried about any contact or anything like that. Let's have some fun. So the AI, of course, is a main selling point besides like just the sheer amount of content that they have produced for this game, but the AI is a huge selling point as it seems to be one of the more universally liked single-player experiences in sim racing. So if this is something that you are concerned about, like I'm just not a big online guy, I don't have time, I don't like just GT3 cars, I can't think of really any other, or I like just to have a huge variety of cars and tracks, AMS2 might be your game. It's a lot of fun actually. It's definitely confusing on the Steam store page what's what and what's the most effective way to purchase it. And honestly, to get all the DLC, I think it's actually quite pricey. But the game itself really holds up well. And I think if there was anybody out there that does not have this game that may have been disappointed in, like, say, Project Motor Racing, this is the game. I mean, just forget Project Motor Racing and pick this one up. But there's still quite a bit that it does leave a little bit to be desired. Some of this I don't know if it's just the way that the AI has been tuned. I haven't had a whole lot of time to work on it, but it does seem like they leave a lot of track instead of, you know, using all of it, like right here, for example. And then, of course, the way that they race each other isn't bad. They're on set to max aggression, but oftentimes they do still feel like AI. Anyways, we're racing LMP1s around Watkins Glen. I mean, that's pretty sick, isn't it? Not just any LMP1s as well. I mean, this is Audi R8. Like, where else are you racing Audi R8s? So, with that in mind, trying to make an overtake as we head on to the boot. Pretty good run around the outside. Oh, he closes the door. Forced us onto the grass. But yeah, of course, it's an R Factor 2 based game. Keep missing this corner. So you're going to have some features that are in the game that you would see kind of like in R Factor 2 or Le Mans Ultimate. This guy's really defending hard. But we are much quicker. So you'll see things like flat spotting be a factor. You'll feel the vibration through the wheel as the flat spots get larger or more flats. I think the handling as well and just the way that the game appears is also going to be very much like R Factor 2, although this feels like a more simplified version. Not in a bad way at all, but just something to consider, I suppose. I don't know if I'm using too much track there or what exactly the rules are. Coming up through the S's. Almost alongside, but can't quite hold it. These cars are obviously quick because they're LMP1s, but they don't have the downforce that we're used to. And then with just the default base setups, you're going to experience some understeer. Oh, that curb almost got us. Upset the car. Like Swanson behind us. We had to keep him behind. The tracks are pretty decent quality as well, of course. And there's so many to pick from. Yeah, maybe it's the camber that's messing me up for this corner. Oh no, we're around. Even worse. All right, and so that's not bad for a first look. All right, now at Road Atlanta, the back of the grid of the GT1 class, driving the Dodge Viper. These cars are exciting. They're a lot of fun to drive. Lots of power. Not so much grip. Electronics turned off. And I really enjoy that they're not like extremely wide and large cars. Which definitely helps with the door-to-door racing. And just look at in that mirror. I mean, that just looks very pretty, that Corvette. Very convincing. Guess I'll watch the mirror and start watching where I'm going. But a good start gets us a couple positions up to 15th. And a little bit wide. Cold tires and minor lockups. Put down the power. Car kind of disagreed. And now we get alongside the Lamborghini. Pulled along by the Dodge Viper ahead. And he's tracking down an Aston. Hard braking into the chicane downhill. Dang. Small lockup. We have to cut the chicane. Oh, dang. Straighten it out. I can't really take that flat. Well, that was a messy first lap. Not much good about it, but we're getting used to the car. Very good run. Oh, just trying to make it through the corner. Oh, jeez, I can't put the power down. It's like the delayed effects where the car is very planted and then it realizes like, whoa, full power, and it wants to spin out. Pretty hectic first lap and carried it on into the second. Let's get this Corvette back though. We'll take all the slipstream that we can. Where's he going? Left, right. He's going to go defensive to the left, but it's not going to matter. We're going to go right by him as if we have DRS. This time brake a little bit earlier. Get the apex. And up the hill. Very difficult to get the car to agree through here. And then again, it kind of bottoms out. See if we can catch these two ahead, though. The Lamborghini's gotten by our manufacturer teammate. Yeah, Automobilista in 2026. They definitely seem to be filling certain niches. 2005 GT and well, endurance content, I guess you could say, is I mean, that's definitely a pretty cool niche to fill. Bit of a traffic jam up ahead. It looks like a Dodge Viper holding up quite a few. Now we're in the slipstream. I don't think we'll be making a move, but our teammate does look like he wants to. And we'll brake early. Try and get it up the hill. Oh, nice. Nice traction. Modulating the throttle. And just can't make that final corner. Too much understeer. Could just be a default setup thing. It is slowed down for turn one. And drive right back by him. we go. Using some good curbage. Helps us out. Just kind of widening out the circuit. There's so much understeer. You can see in the bottom right, kind of our tire status. It's not pretty on that left front. Or really even the left rear. The left sides are not getting the best treatment so far, is what I can say. The locking up and other things. Brakes get cold by the time you get to this long braking zone. Hard on the brakes, but there really isn't much doing. But again, trying to get up the hill. Can't quite get alongside the Lamborghini through here. Just been messing up that final corner so much, so that was a much better run. And early on the brakes, swoop in, miss the apex, accelerate out, just as we, you know, have learned. I'm sure I'm overdriving it, just really exaggerating the handling, but it's fun. Oh, contact. Begging the car to rotate, and it did. Good job. Now up onto the curb, accelerating out. It kind of hurts my hands. I mean, I feel like I'm just working the wheel so much more than normal. We catch up to this pack ahead of us with about 3 minutes to go. This is quite fun. I mean, this is going better than the LMP1 race did, didn't it? No, you have to be kidding me. As soon as I say that. No. Alright. Well, on to the next one. Right, now on to the GT2 class. We are racing the Porsche. Lights out and away we go at Adelaide. Alright. So this, of course, is going to be the slowest of the three classes. So we'll see how this one works out. I'm very excited. Whoa. To drive this Porsche. Track limits warning. Yep, sure. Around the outside. But yeah, I mean, you get these knockoff Ferraris. I think that's a pretty good, you know, representation of the car. And if Riza can use that and actually get away with it, that's awesome. And then you get like a pretty sick Porsche as well in the GT2 class, even though it's on the slower end compared to other the other classes. It still handles pretty well. All the understeer. Pretty decent on the brakes. Very long braking zones though. Handles the curbs well. Oh my god. Let's try that again. Alright, let's try this again. So another really good launch. Around the outside of the Ferrari. Maybe not. Dang. Lots of oversteer once it started to get on the throttle. Like a true Porsche. So yeah, this car here being the slower class, it kind of reminds me of a Porsche Cup car. But obviously it's a GT2. And we're going to go around the outside again under braking. Pretty good stuff around the outside. Long braking zone, now up the inside. Now these curbs here are really a big pain in the ass, not going to lie. Much prefer the iRacing version where it's a bit wider and you can operate a little bit more. We get it up underneath the rear wing of this Ferrari or Misano. I'm stuck. Did you see? That was crazy. Take 3 of Adelaide with the Porsche GT2. Yeah, so as I was saying, it reminds me of a Porsche Cup car where you just have a lot of power. It handles like a Porsche, of course, so it's going to be very easy to spin out, but also there's just no aero on this thing. Alright, we'll take a slightly different line here into the corner, into the braking zone, nice and slow down. Let's not cheese too hard. Following these Mazzanos. It's definitely not Ferraris. Oh, a little bit of the inside wall, I think. But yeah, this obviously is a pretty high quality version of Adelaide. So, I know you got a lot of different options for things to race in Automobilista. A lot of different tracks, a lot of different disciplines. I know the supercars are, the V8 supercars, the Australian ones, are here. Maybe they're not the most up-to-date ones, but you have, you know, Bathurst as well to take a few laps around. We're just kind of locking up. We pick up a few positions. Things are looking good. Going into the final corner, and around we go. Oh man, maybe it's just not meant to be. Alright, we're here in Interlagos now with the Massano instead. We'll see if, with it being maybe an easier track or slightly more open, or with it being a Ferrari, maybe we'll get on a little bit better. Alright, heading into turn 1. Nice. I think there's a braking zone there, and I kind of forgot. Okay, we'll get through this NS. Going around the outside, keeping the power down, plenty of grip. Car felt pretty pointed and planted. Cover off the inside, hard braking. Yeah, this is just a lot easier to drive than the Porsche, so take that for what it's worth. Very well done version, of course, of Interlagos. Now, Stock Car Extreme and Automobilista 1, Automobilista 2, they've all made sure to faithfully recreate the Stock Car series, so I think all of the Brazilian tracks are really well done. And of course, no exception here at Interlagos. Yeah, this car handles pretty well. Again, just doesn't have a whole lot of aero to it, but it looks good, sounds good. At least I think so. Maybe not. Maybe spoke too soon on that one, but it looks good and it feels good, and that's really what's most important. We're getting some slipstream, but we're not closing. Oh boy, we are so locked up. Alright, well, maybe these cars just aren't quite for me. Anyways, so Automobilista in the year of 2026. Obviously, there's a lot to do. These retro cars are quite fun, and check them out. Anyways, I appreciate you guys.